Back now on The Pulse, looking at all things people, power, and politics. And joining us now to continue the conversation about the missile attacks on the Middle East and the ceasefire that was recently reached is Imam Mohammad Ali Elahi with the Islamic House of Wisdom. And we appreciate you being here, but things are changing very rapidly. We find out about this ceasefire that'd be implemented within the next 24 hours. But now President Trump said that he was able to reach this, but we're hearing that Qatar helped broker the deal, convinced Iran, and then U.S. convinced Israel for this deal to happen. Your thoughts on this when it comes to, do you believe that the fighting is actually over, or is there more bombing and violence to come? Although
I hope it's true, because now that we are talking, Tehran is under severe bombardment of Israeli airplanes. And it's very hard to trust Trump because he contradicts himself all the time. He says something, Vice President something else, Secretary of State something else, the Director of National Intelligence something else. They contradict each other. They say something today and they say something tomorrow. But I hope it's true. But the fact is that I hope peace start, real.
That's what you preach. Well, you continue to push for peace. You have since you've arrived here. And
in 40 years now, in interfaith, right? I'm an interfaith leader. I always talk about peace, but also about justice, because we cannot have peace without justice. So we are really tired of all this war and law of the jungle and hearing starvation in Gaza all the time, and every day 300-400 people being killed there, and genocide and all of this. We are tired. We are looking for peace. We are looking for justice.
And that seems to be the issue as well, because it is believed that Iran is the source or sponsors terrorism, throughout the world. That's
one of the biggest lies. Even President Trump now today, he congratulates Iran, and the same president just a few days ago said, come and surrender and surrender. And today he is saying, congratulations, Iran, for your determination, for your courage, for your intelligence, and God bless Iran. And this is what, President, he said something about Israel too, but for him to say same thing about Iran, but we know that Iran has been a victim of real terrorism in the last 46 years. What do you
mean by that, real terrorism, especially when they have these nuclear capabilities?
No, nuclear capability. Look at Israel. Look at the United States and Israel. Both have thousands of bombs, and they are attacking country have zero bombs.
Well, how is Iran, though? Please answer that. How has Iran become victim of terrorism?
Well, look at even what the president of France was saying today, that this American attack on the peaceful nuclear energy in Iran was illegal. It was immoral, but irrational. So really, Iran is so much terror. There are so much ignorance about Islam. There are so much ignorance about Iran. And people are under propaganda, lies all the time from these politicians. And they are brainwashed, and they say the thing that's not true.
Well, what are your thoughts on, we heard the Crown Prince of Israel call for a change of regime, and we've heard others say that as well. Do you think that that's necessary to be able to take down the Islamic, the Berlin Wall moment, as it's called?
Who is Netanyahu talk about regime change in Iran and talking and promising Iranian for democracy? If you have democracy and freedom, why you don't share it with people next door in Gaza and West Bank? If there is a need for regime change, leave it for Iranian people. And you are, Netanyahu, the liar, who are under ICC. ICC as a war criminal. Not only ICC, in the Israeli court, Netanyahu is called as a corrupt person. He should go to jail.
So you believe that there should be another leader than in Israel, is what you're trying to say?
Well, this is the guy who is enemy of peace.
Well, he said he's not going to give up until this is all threats.
Because he likes to stay in power, and he, unfortunately, when President Trump even says that America first, unfortunately, we ended up Netanyahu is first. I mean, that is horrible.
How can you trust anything, though, through this process? I mean, we U.S. was not supposed to get involved. Then you have, it was Israel and Hamas, and now it's Israel and Iran. And I mean, it seems like this is becoming something much larger and that we should be worried.
That is the worry, yeah. I mean, it started from Gaza, and then Yemen, and then Syria, and then Iraq, and now Lebanon, South of Lebanon. Even today, Lebanon was under bombardment of Israelis, and then now Iran. It's the last 10 days. President Trump asked Iran to come to negotiation. We had a deal 2015 under President Obama. And then Trump said, I don't like that. Let us have new. They came for negotiation. While they are negotiating, Israel started this fighting. It was illegal and immoral.
Imam, do you think that the U.S. and Israel destroyed all the nuclear sites in Iran, or do you think there's more than
I don't know, but you know, it is not. Iran is a part of NPT, is under international law, and it was totally illegal. Even Macron said it today. You know, the French, it was illegal.
But it was a threat.
It was wrong. It was a huge, terrorist activities. I mean, we go with international law. We go with morality. We go with principle. And based on international law, it was wrong.
I hate to wrap you right now, but we're going to have to continue this conversation
but I'm saying
later.
More than 4,000 Iranian civilians. They attack not only TV and, you know, the hospital, and then go to the, you know, residential areas. 4,000 people were killed by Israel.
And it's not
That's
over
wrong.
yet. It's not over yet. It seems they're still dealing with those bombings. But we appreciate you being here, certainly sharing your views with us. We'll have you back, definitely.